Hi guys, so in the last video we talked about what I was going to make, so the little black dress. So if that's what you want to see, keep on watching and don't forget to like the video, subscribe and tell me what your thoughts are, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so these are the pattern pieces that I'm going to be working with for the little black dress. It looks a bit weird, but so this piece and this piece are the front, and they're going to cross over obviously here and here. Obviously this is the back, and we're going to cut it on the fold. So these you're going to cut out one piece of each, and yeah, on the fold. So I am going to also make some arm sleeves, because when I did this originally I didn't put arm sleeves on it. So for this, with this material, I do want it to have sleeves, so I will go through me making the pattern for the sleeves as well. Okay, so here I am putting my fabric down, making sure I can fit all the pieces on. I've sped it up for you because you don't need to like see the whole shenanigans of me fannying about with it. So I've put this piece on the fold. The other two pieces are obviously just flat, and I only need one of each. So it's a bit of a long process. I sped it up. I don't feel like I sped it up enough, but I will know that for next time. Okay, so this is the sleeve that I'm going to copy for the dress. The original dress did have different sleeves, but I want it to have like 3/4 length straight sleeves. So here I literally, this is how I get my pattern pieces. I literally draw around the pattern that I want, the piece that I want from that specific garment. So I trace around it, making sure that you get all the points correctly. So I always start with like the top of the shoulder on the outside rather than under the armpit, because that's where you're going to be folding it. And then you'll see me do the squiggly line bit for where it obviously inserts into the dress. So you just have to maneuver your fabric around to make sure you don't lose any of the points. I'd have found that this way my clothes I actually make fit me properly, because the amount of times I've made a pattern where the dress has not fitted is just, well, shocking. So I've kind of don't use patterns as often. So once we connect it all together, I then go ahead and add my seam allowance. So I add like roughly 1 centimetre of seam allowance, and that is purely because of how I put the material into my sewing machine. So I know that if I put the seam allowance on that I have done, I know where it's going to sit on my sewing machine, and that's what I do. I don't think it's quite, is it 3/8? It's like the average. I don't think it's quite that, as I do it with this like side of the presser foot. So it's a pretty simple way of doing it. And then obviously next time you make a dress and you want a long sleeve, which is tight fitting one, you've got one. The only thing that I'll need to do here, if I want to change it, is extend it longer. But for like the draft of the pattern, it's, you know, it's working. So if I wanted to adapt it, it's a lot easier to adapt something that you know fits for definite. So I have got quite a lot of these pattern pieces. Okay, so these are the pattern pieces that we've got. We've got the right side of the dress, the back of the dress, the left side of the dress, and the 2 arm sleeves. Okay, so what I'm going to do is attach the shoulders together, and then I'm going to overlock here through to this, and then it'll come down here to hem the neck and the front of the dress. Okay, so here I attach the shoulder seams, so making sure you backstitch at the beginning and at the end, and then cut away the threads. Okay, so here I am overlocking these arm sleeves and the front and the neckline. I decided to attach the arm sleeves as well, so I'm overlocking everything that is needed to be overlocked. Okay, so this is what it looks like once you've overlocked the arms and the neckline and down the front. It's looking very neat. So after overlocking everything that I need to, I then go and hem the front and the neckline, because you need to do that before you sew the side seams, and I overlock where I've stitched the arms to the base of the body as well. Just checking that it's caught it, because when I do the front of it and the neckline, I do it so I can see the fabric, so I know where I'm sewing, so it makes it look neater. But then it means checking the back, and I just feeling with my fingers that I'm feeding like the same amount of fabric through, so it's equal and it's catching where the needle is. Okay, so here I have pinned the side seams together. I forgot to press record to show you how I was pinning it, because obviously they had pleats in one of the sides, and then there's 3 pieces of fabric on each side, because it has 2 front pieces. So I'm just sewing this up, and then once I've sewn this up, I am going to go in and overlock it. So from sewing the side seams, I then overlock the side seams to make it look neater, and it looks more professional, and it's just, I just prefer it. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's been overlocked on the inside of it. So this is inside out. So you can see where it's overlocked, you can see where it crosses over at the front and the arm sleeves, and then this is what it looks like, the right sides facing. And I was attempting to show you the pleats, but obviously I'm a shit cameraman. And this is what it looks like on. So it helps with your mum tum with the pleats that I put in it. Cute sleeves, I didn't put in it before. crossover V-cut. That was a good one. So as you can see, spinning around, and I just now need somewhere to go. So that was the end of the video. I hope you liked it. I hope you gained something out of it. Please again subscribe, comment, like the video, let me know your thoughts, and I shall see you next time. Bye.